So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. It is a Tuesday, and yeah, it's been a Tuesday. Got in this morning, and I think I had about 753 trillion emails. Really, about 98. But that's enough, right? You know, it might as well be like 700 and some odd trillion. It was a lot of emails, is my point. So it was pretty crazy. But here we go. Here we are. It's been a nice day. Just kind of really super busy, trying to get caught back up at work. What else going on? But man, I've been looking forward to the grid all day, and I can't wait to jump into it. And so my name is Christopher, and I am delighted that you're here to solve this with me. So again, come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. That will do. I poured the same thing, the Amaro Negro that I had yesterday. So I thought, how about some dental dye blue number whatever, right? You know, just to get these suckers as blue as possible, and we'll go from there. So is it just me, or does my microphone keep crawling back up on me here? I don't know what's going on with that, but okay. So let's see. We've got ourselves an Adam Aaronson construction here, edited by Will Shorts. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we've got in here today. So let's hop into our grid. By the way, I submitted a construction a couple weeks ago, but it can take months to hear back. So we'll see. But I'll be needing someone to solve for me if my grid goes up, because that won't be very... This wouldn't be very cool if I'm solving my own grid, right? So maybe we'll have to be looking into how I'm going to find somebody who will solve my grid for me. If, and that's a big if, they publish my grid. So in the meantime, let's hop into this Adam Aaronson grid and see what we've got going for today. All right. And let's see here. So wandering soul. We have 5 letters. You think anything other than a nomad? I don't know. Face covering with an opening around the eyes. Probably a niqab, but I don't know what variation of spelling they're going to use. So if it's even that. Okay, your concerns matter to me. Oh, yeah, that sounds legit. I care. Eye related could be ocular. Newly decorated. Redone. Which takes me to my call sign on my first combat deployment to Iraq. I was Red 1. So it just kind of reminds me of that. So the Crimson Tide could be Bama. All right, let's check ourselves on the redone. Not much as of mayonnaise. Maybe a dab. That's why I usually kind of relegate that to Brill cream. A little dab will do ya. Grandma could be Nan. And not eating anything, so maybe on a fast. And okay. You know, my Shotzi did a 4-day water fast, just water only fast recently. I'm like, good on you, right? Good on you. Man, that just had to take some serious wassa, moxie, right? You know, amazing. Guys whose profession sounds redundant. I'm assuming this would be mailmen. Now what do we got here? Noiseless. Well, I got a UI, so maybe quiet. So maybe this is a niqab with a Q. What one size might fit all? Yeah, so otherwise I feel really good about any of this stuff here. So making money is, let's see, Wendy Warhol, so that's art, and working is art, and good business is the best art. So, and state animal of Ile Noire. I guess we're talking about deer. Completely wreck could be to ruin. Yes, I'm talking about ruin, Brian. Actor K of everything, everywhere, all at once, and I think that's Quan. I don't know how to check the age just yet, though. Like donkeys and zebras. I mean, they are definitely equine, as far as I know. So noiseless. So it's highlighting 34 across here. So gymnastic feats are what the two halves of the answers to 17, 20, blah, blah, blah do. I don't know. Let's just see if we can solve it as it is. So taking action against... Donde está la biblioteca? Oh, very nice. So, let's see. A little crack. The Q. How about a quip? Equipped. So I guess taking action against could be suing. And cause for overtime could be a tie. And like the names of the track athletes Usain Bolt and Lisa Lightfoot. And I guess those could be apt, and noiseless could be quite quiet. And if I go down here, gymnastic feats. Is this a C? Common crudité veggie. So I'm assuming we got veggie, so maybe a cuke. Blue feeling could be a funk. Okay, so I'm going to go with the toy set that can be used to build roller coasters, and I think those are called Kinects. Oh, they're popular here in Europe, and I've often wanted a set. I don't even know what I'd do with it. I don't even know what I even build with it, but like I just want it because inside, deep inside, I'm a 12-year-old boy. But that being said, I'm going to go with backflips on this and do a quick check down here on something. One hub for Delta and American Airlines. I'm assuming we're talking JFK. So, guy's name, that's old slang for okay. All right. I think we're talking about Jake. And abbreviation that might go after a list of authors. How about et al? Et alis. Norse god capable of shape-shifting into animals, and I think that would be low-key. First rate, maybe top tier. And podcasters' income stream, I'm assuming are ads. I don't do that, though I think this is technically a podcast. I mean, is it? I don't know. View of Earth from heaven. So we got quite quiet. So essentially the T and the E in quiet flip to ET in quiet. So if they're back flips, the back of each word flips, and maybe this is an angel angle. So if that's the case, puff piece. Well, don't know yet. I see rock and roll, but not rhythm and blues. So rock and roll, I guess, could be verbs, and that would make this vape pen, which is pretty clever too. I got to tell you, Adam Aaronson, this is good stuff. I'm loving it already. Animal hidden in this clue. If you read it aloud, I'm assuming this is going to be a U. And do some strokes, maybe swim versus did some strokes. Okay, well, I guess I'm just going to make sure everything just works. I can't be checking everything. I'm getting way off here. So, actress Emily of Hannah Montana, and I've never even seen Hannah Montana, but it's like it's an osment or something. Monster akin to Japanese, to a Japanese oni, and I think this is an ogre. Writer's blocks, maybe erasers. Yeah, so verbs. I forgot. I kind of guessed that. Went on and on, maybe rambled. And then New York City home of Warhol's Campbell's soup cans, and that would be the MoMA. But there's one in the permanent collection at the Fort Worth Museum of Modern Art. So, see the Museum of Modern Art. Yeah, the Fort Worth Museum of Modern Art. Sorry. So I think this is an S. So cook the surface of, yes, and that could be a sear, and whose Wikipedia article has a U.S. state disambiguator. Because, yeah, we're talking about it could be former Soviet Georgia. Could be. So Hyundai electric cars. These are the Ioniqs. And start to fall. The fall equinox. Dog that's not a purebred. I guess we're talking about a mutt here. By the way, I love this scarf. It just rings of crossword, doesn't it? And this was one of my gifts from Mutti, along with this pair of Mont Blanc cufflinks. She got me a couple pair of them, so I did quite well for Christmas. But you know, it was sad. She was here in November hanging out for a couple weeks. Apparently, she saw that I had a set of Mont Blanc cufflinks. And it turns out it was the same pair that she had bought me. So she said when she got back home, she had to rush to like Neiman Marcus and just like, dude, you need to exchange these. He's already got a pair. I didn't. Anyway, I felt awful about that, but I appreciate her very much. She and Fatih really gave me a fantastic Christmas. So it was quite wonderful. Thank you both. So I feel confident with a fall equinox. And good name for a long-term investor. How about Ira? I guess I should send Ira Glass a note and ask him if he's a long-term investor as well as a brilliant writer, podcaster, you know, This American Life. Tones down, maybe tames or tamps. Let's see. Dwindle as support, maybe to erode. And walked purposefully. Well, I wanted to put a D here because I was like, that's going to be a strode. Gotta catch myself, especially at the end of a long day. One section of a big band, informally, maybe saxes, and historic stretch could be an era. And holidays that aren't typically federal holidays, and I'm assuming these would be the eves of said holidays. And so post it as an example, maybe a note. I could see it being something else, though. Palindromic Italian number. How about 8? Oh, dumb. Very nice. And so we've got here spite over an incomplete mobile payment. So I guess we have Venmo Venom, which is pretty cool, too. I love that. A molecule that shares its formula with another, and that would be an isomer, just by definition, right? Terry of After Hours, and I miss this woman. Never met her, never knew her. But I was in love with her when I was 8. I think it was Mr. Mom that came out. Oh, gosh, wow. Word with tube or circle, and that could be an inner circle. Olympic equipment with body contact detection technology, and that would be the EPA. And so forever chemicals coming from the EPA, and chillax to be the veg. So I think we're in the home stretch here, unless I fat fingered something, and that is altogether possible. I mean, really. Nickname for film doms, Jeffrey Lebowski, and that would be the dude. And you don't even have to tell me. I need to see it. I know I do. Just never did. No excuse. Was just in the army at the time, and I didn't watch a whole lot of anything back then except maybe Game of Thrones and True Blood, Dexter, that kind of stuff. I just didn't really have time. I think this is TBS. We'll check ourselves. So pens. Warm drink served from a takuri, and that would be hot sake. And so pens. There are ways to leave. So exits exist. Kind of looks like exits or exit sexist, which is like you come into the room caring about everybody and then you leave kind of wrong. I mean, I don't know. Pens. Box. Oh, pens, and you put an animal in it. See, here I am. I'm not thinking outside of the box, but I don't expect it on a Tuesday. So that's where my confirmation bias gets me. So maybe boxes in or boxes up. Eaten style to done. I don't think I really ever thought of it that way, but yeah. So maybe boxes in. Oft unwanted bread pieces, ends. And when I ate bread, I loved the ends. I'm such a weirdo. Fixed regular allowance could be a stipend, and user fees we got here, and mall units could be stores. And how do we do, Bob? Well, at least I had my volume on today on that particular computer over there. So Wow. So Adam Aaronson, very, very clever, uber clever Tuesday grid. Not at all what I'd expected. I love seeing connects in there, right? I loved every single bit of it. But the theme today and the theme related clue answer combinations were fabulous. This was just such a well done grid. And for a Tuesday, just what a remarkable effort. Well done on this construction. Yeah, I'll drink to that. So, all right, fantastic. I mean, again, just a fantastic Tuesday. So let's go ahead and just round all this up, and then we'll, because we got our Beignet due down right now. I just want to say really quickly, thank you also very much for the supportive comments. Just thank you so very much for that. I love hearing from you. I have no idea. It makes everything kind of worthwhile. Liking, the subscriber base is growing. So yeah, keep sharing with your friends. And, I think we've got about 8,000 unique views a month. And wouldn't it be nice if all those people subscribed, right? So, do me a solid, right? Let's just make something of that. But in the meantime, be good to yourselves, be great to your friends and your neighbors and all that stuff, but especially nice to that person behind you online. It's a stressful time right now in the lower 48, as well as just worldwide. It's just a stressful time. And so let's try to be cognizant of that and take care of each other. Maybe just leave your change for the next person when you're going through the drive-thru or something, right? And in the meantime, one of the practices here, in Germany is if just on average, if you've got one or two items and you're standing in line at the grocery store and someone in front of you's got like a whole basket full, they just say, go ahead. But they'll do that 2 or 3 times, and then they'll say, okay, at some point I got to get through this line and pay myself, right? But it is always a very kind gesture. And, it'd be remarkable if we'd all do something like that. So just an idea. So until we see you tomorrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin. Be well out there. Take care, and we'll see you on the morrow. Cheers.